DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Tampa. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua sets up to pass it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. On the handoff, it's Achane. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Eskridge, the man in motion. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Mayfield. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Now Mayfield. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man, and the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otten. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking to pass. Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And again, it's Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard. As the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, a final shot before half. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Mayfield looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 45 yards. And the Buccaneers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Tua going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Tua on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, 28 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. They'll drop to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Mayfield off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Otten. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he's into the end end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cade Otton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back now in Tampa. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. From the 31, here's a second down and 9. And they'll give this to Achane. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Eskridge, the man in motion. Now a run by Achane. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tua back to the ground. Achane. And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and a yard. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Tua.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now Tua. They'll run for it with Achane. Oh, good move. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Throwing Tua. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their...
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down. Here's Tua. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Here's Baker. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. Past midfield. Look out. No whistles. He's still going. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their...